The year is 1983 and Munich is the host city for Eurovision Song Contest. Finland sent a Schlager banger with ABBA piano with a girl who danced all over the stage in a Pingu style. Who choreographed it and how many tries have Aspelund made to Eurovision? My name is Emil Löfström and you are listening to Eurovision Legends. Hi, Ami.
Hi, Emil. Thank you. It's nice to be here.
I wanted to say Ami Aspesund, like Marlene Charell.
You know, I've been called Aspesund ever since. Especially some musicians here. They said they are announcing me, and Here we have Ami Aspesund. Shall we explain people if they don't remember where this Aspesund comes from? It was this the announcer Marcel. I don't remember. You might
Marlene Charell.
Marlene Charell, yes, a very nice person, and we were standing, of course, in the aisle there, waiting for our turn. And I heard her announcing. And first, we had the live orchestra, of course, the symphony orchestra, and we had le chef d'orchestre Osirune, and the composer is Kari Kuusamo, and the artist is Ami Aspesund. And that released something in me. I was so released and happy to enter the stage.
9 songs have you competed with in the national preselection.
Wow, you have read your lesson.
Do you remember your first attempt to Eurovision or when you got a question for the first time?
Oh, yes. I remember it was 75, I think, 75 it must have been because it was the year after ABBA won.
Yeah.
And that year, of course, everyone would be in a group. So we performed in a group with my sister Monica, and then there were 2 musicians, Chris Schwint and Lasse Mårtensson, and we had a song named. What was the name of the song? Fasten seatbelts, yes, because it was fasten seatbelts, get up and fly, there's music in the air. Fasten seatbelts, get up and fly, there's music in the air. Well, we didn't win that year. But that was my first preselection, I think.
But then it's 10 times.
Oh, I haven't counted. I haven't counted. But maybe it's because I wasn't alone. I was in the group.
Yeah, exactly.
Called Mon Ami.
You talked about your sister here, Monica, and she competed for Finland with this anthem. In 1982, you competed in the Finnish preselection, and not with 1 song, but with 3 songs. That
was the year when the YLE, the Finnish broadcast company, decided they elected some artists who would perform or be in the contest. And
2 in Finnish called Ise and Sambanya, but also 1 song in Swedish called Mitt äppelträd.
Yes, Mitt äppelträd has followed ever since, and it has been a really small hit.
Vår sommar går, vår sommar går, vår sommar går. Ska du ge mig gyllene frukter, äppelträd? Ska du ge mig gyllene frukt, mitt eget äppelträd? Jag har gett dig sommarsol och gett dig svala regn. Vad ger du mig,
not so small actually in Finland, but because it didn't win that year, it became the second, and it was really people got angry here because it should have been the representing song, but instead the 10 people jury decided that Nuku pommiin with Kojo.
Pommiin, nuku pommiin, niin on helpompaa. Nuku pom.
That was of course a 0 point. Well, I don't mind that because it was so weird. People reacted very, very strongly on that, and maybe it's a reason why I next year, 83, then won with Fantasia.
Do you remember, because the other song, Sambanya, it came 5th and Isa came 6th. Do you remember if you had a favorite of them? Was it Mitt äppelträd?
Yeah. At that time it was Äppelträd, yeah. But you know, it's funny, when you talk about Sambanya, I don't remember it.
Okay, but then I will play it here. In 1983, you were back in the Finnish preselection, and girl, you came both last and first.
Yes.
And what I understand, the result was selected by postcard voting.
Mm-hmm.
And Fantasia, your winning song, got 44,131 votes. Mm-hmm. And that was twice as much as the second.
Yeah, my ex-husband Kari Kuusamo, who wrote it, and immediately when I heard the demo, I said that yes, this is it. So we were really eager on that, and then we got the lyrics, and Kaisu Liuhala, who wrote the lyrics, and she got this nice picture of a man walking with his dog in the park. And I'm standing there, looking at him and not having contact, and he doesn't even look at me. the man in the park. But yeah, it was a kind of an image.
Before we go to Munich, I wonder, what are your relations to the song Hymne e ite Teresale that came last? Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember, yeah. I'm not that old.
Olet valmis itsesi uhraamaan, sä opetat meitäkin rakastamaan, äiti Teresa. Rakkauden lähetys saarnaaja maailmaan. Näytät meille ihmisen oikeuden, avaat silmämme näkemään totuuden, äiti Teresa.
Yes, it was a song about Mother Teresa. The lyrics were quite touching and appealing at that time, but the song maybe didn't catch.
In 1983, the competition was held in Munich. What do you remember from your week there?
As you all know about Eurovision, your Eurovision fans, you know how hectic it is. So I've in the first place, I didn't got to see much of Munich, and it was a lot of driving here and there, footage here, footage there, makeup, and of course rehearsing. All the rehearsals, they had a kind of a big hall where they had small boxes for each and every one, but it was open space otherwise. So you could hear everybody, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." Shut up, I want to be alone now. Yeah, it was very interesting. Of course, I mean, everybody who has been in the Eurovision must admit that is really the peak maybe for career. And that stage, of course, at that time I did a lot of TV job here back in Finland, and I was used to do TV shots and a look in the camera, and I wanted all the time to follow the camera and be present. So that was my goal actually there. So now I'm gonna be present and I'm gonna sing for you in the audience, whether you like me or not.
Mikä hän on? Hän päiväkaudet koiraa kävelyttää. kuka hän on ja minne hän häviää.
Tää on mun fantasiaa, tai ampun ihastuksen. Hän voidaan sylittää ja minä katson kadehtien. Muistot äänetön onnen ristin sielua nää. Hän antoi mulle pelkkää päivä unta kuvitelmaa.
There was a big thing with your dress.
Oh, yes. I wanted to have something extravaganza and something very female. And they made this. We had a lot of different suggestions. And they made this dress for me. And I said, wow, it looks very, very extravagant. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I felt very female and very luxury in that dress. But then when I saw it in the TV, I was like this. I said, no, that's not the dress I have had on me. It was because I wanted to have this like a star around the waist. But that, of course, in the TV, it shrinks like this and you look very peculiar. And I remember that when I came home, the press said, how could you put that dress on? It destroyed everything. But some years later on, I saw it in a fashion magazine, exactly the same dress. Yes. And as a matter of fact, about the dress, when Finland was hosting Eurovision Song Contest in 2007, there were these fan clubs coming around in backstage. And there was a delegation from Poland. And a girl came up to me and said, look what I have on. Her mother had made exactly the same dress on her.
Oh, beautiful.
And she sang Fantasia in Finnish. Wow.
Yes, because it was very memorable. I wasn't born in 83, but I have seen this and it's very memorable. Mm-hmm. And I must ask, who choreographed your performance?
At that time, I sang with a dance group called the Jazz Girls.
Yeah.
And that was natural, for us to ask the choreographer for Jazz Girls. One of the girls made it for us, and we wanted to have a male choir, and and then this dramatic choreography.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that, wow, this is exactly in line with my dress and everything. Yeah. Oh. It's so nice to look at that clip because we were so into it.
Yeah. My friend asked me yesterday, who's the legend you will talk with next week? And I said, I will talk to Emil Aspelund. Oh, she danced like a pingu, right? Have you heard it before?
No, actually, nobody called me a penguin. No. But as a matter of fact, we made shows at that time where we danced quite much. We had a show called Girl Talk. Yeah, it was really moving and we were moving and spinning around and dancing and singing at the same time. So I was in good shape, I must say.
41 points and 11th place. Very underrated, I must say. Do you agree?
Well, of course, we wouldn't have mind to have a better place, but I mean, it was with 22 countries, so we were in the middle. We're quite satisfied with that. Yeah.
I know you recorded the song in an English version too. Mm-hmm. Did you thought you had a chance to win or reach the charts outside Finland?
Yeah, of course, because everybody at that time, they made also an English version of their songs, and we also recorded it. I made a whole album in English.
Yeah.
Which we released in Munich that week, actually. Fantasy Dream.
Is this a fantasy dream or am I falling in love? And I just stare with envy as he's kneeling, stroking his dog. I feel like shouting his name, but I don't know who he is. And then I'm all alone and wonder, does he really exist? Is this a fantasy dream? I see his face everywhere. I see him running for a taxi, but the taxi's not there. I see him calling a name, but I can't hear any word. Am I a woman who loves someone from a fantasy world?
Did you record it in Swedish too, the song, Fantasia?
Not in Swedish, no, in Finnish. But I made in a TV program later on. I sang it, and it was for the Swedish-speaking audience, and I sang it partly in Swedish.
Tänkte han talar säkert något främmande språk. Säg vem är han? Och kunde vi förstå ett ord av varann? Vad är hans namn? Vi möts här varje dag och blicken är öm. Vad är det här? En vild fantasi eller
Did the meager result in 83 affected your career in Finland after?
Like for many artists after the Eurovision Song Contest and coming home, then it's like, oh, you didn't win. Okay, so you're not famous anymore. We had tough times that summer and autumn, but then it rose again, yeah.
In 85, you were back in the Finnish preselection with 3 songs, 2 with Finnish lyrics called Lapset Maailman and Mandy, but also Sången om vårt hus in Swedish.
Yes.
Do you remember the results of the songs?
No. No, I don't remember. We sang Lapset Maailman. That was also a composition from Kari Kuusamo, and we made also the lyrics, and it was we wanted to do something for the children of the world.
Yeah.
So that was we made a duet with Ricky Sorsa.
Mä muistan tukulla paitain, jo lapsena kuulla sen laulun sain. Tuli kaikkien tunteva sen.
Niityt odottavat katraitaan ja pukee vihreäksi kevätmaan.
Jossain kuivuusien vihreyteen. Kaikki lapset maailmaan, näin suuri silmi teidän katsovat. Toivoen, on pilkahdusta rakkauden.
Sadly, it isn't with us anymore. We had a very nice time doing with the Ricky. Yeah, that was quite nice. The Lapset Maailman, the children of the world, and then what did you say? Yeah, we had the Sången om vårt hus. That was a Swedish Sven Seed made the song, and a poet called no, I don't remember the name of the but poet writer, but he wanted to have a picture of a house, part of a city. So that was a little bit sentimental.
Se bland grus och damm och stenar byggde kärleken vårt hus. Starkare än sten och bjälkar, starkt som vindens jämna brus. Över skog och vida vatten kör vinden om vårt hus. Över skog och vida vatten sjunger vinden om vårt hus.
Maybe not a Eurovision song.
Lapset Maailman came 4th, Mandy came 8th, and the Swedish got a 9th place. Were you back to win again in 85?
We were very eager on this Lapset Maailman, Children of the World, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why we wanted to do something, a duet with Ricky, who also had been in the Eurovision Song Contest of 81. Since we both had represented Finland, so we wanted to do something together.
Yeah. In 88, you competed with my favorite of your songs after Fantasia, the Schlager banger Amor Amor.
Yölamput syttyvät satamaan ja hotelleissa tango soi. On aika lähteä kulkemaan, en enää itseni kanssa mä seurustella voi. Ei näillä kaduilla itketä, silmiä peittää musta jää. Ja varjoissa yön me sokeat emme sua näe. Amor, amor, jos olet elossa, lennä yksinäisten luo. Lapsesi täällä elää pelossa, meille toisen turva tuo. Amor, amor, tule ja lämmitää, hieno kainalosi kylmä maa. Leveä jousesi jännitä,
wish that Amora Amora had won, but instead Boulevard won and got a ticket to Dublin. And I'm pretty sure that your song would have received more than 3 points that Finland got this year in Eurovision.
Yeah, but it might be that I had been so much in the Eurovision pre-selection, so they said, "Oh, enough of this woman." It might be. I don't know. But Petri Laaksonen, who wrote the song, he was really eager on it.
Yeah.
And after that, he started actually to sing himself, and now he's a big star in Finland.
Yeah. Was this the last time you tried out for Eurovision in Finland? I mean, have you been offered to sing any songs?
No, I haven't been, because this is now new times, and we have to give space for younger generations.
Finland's result in Eurovision Song Contest, it's not so much to brag with.
No.
Why do you think you only have one victory since 1961?
Simply because our songs are in minor. They go mostly in minor.
Katson sinen taivaan, tähti kirtain suo. Eläköön elämä ja yö, eläköön tumma taivas ja tähtien yö. La dolce vita on ollut kaikki tuon suloista niin. La dolce vita. Kuunnellaan, katsellaan, kuljetaan. Tule luo, aikaa pieni hetki on vaan.
The angels and devils meet at night.
Leave me alone, I wanna go home. I don't wanna see you, so leave me alone. I ain't gonna hold on to these monsters anymore.
That's the biggest difference. If you refer to the Swedish songs, they are always happy. We are maybe too serious, I think.
Do you have any favorite among all songs Finland sent to Eurovision?
No.
You don't have?
my own. Of course. I'm very selfish now, but of course. Well, we had some very good songs actually. But I think that at that time we didn't have coaching for the performance.
Yeah.
And that part lacked for a long period in Finland. That styling and acting, moving, and the whole 3 minutes. You had to put it in such a compact disc and compact package.
Yeah.
Everything. So performing coaching. That's something which has come maybe later on, maybe the last years.
You are a big and loved artist in Finland, and I know we have listeners outside the Nordic region. Tell me, except your national pre-selection songs that we already have talked about, which one of your songs do you like the most in your repertoire?
I have had, as you know, quite a long career. And I've made maybe not so many records that has been acknowledged. I've done records, yes, but and actually my last record was one of my favorite. Actually, it was a Nordic tema with songs from the Nordic countries, and we made it in a kind of a folk arrangements. And I also made songs of my own. Everything you create yourself, of course, it's near your heart.
Ring i alla klockor, folket firar en fest. Nu har vi tid för varandra och vi träffar alla dessa kära gamla vänner som vi saknat mest. Hör musiken, den lockar när vi kommer samman. Här ska firas, dansas hela kvällen lång. Spela på låtstråken, svinga. Dra en gammal polka som för en gång. Sjung låt alla stämmor klinga.
Also, I'm doing a pod, a musical pod. We are meeting some artists in a summer place up in Österbotten, and we are discussing about life, and we are singing each other's songs.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite interesting. But it's so far it's a pod which will be streamed and in YouTube and all the social medias. And hopefully it will be a TV program later on.
What's the name of the pod so people can hear it?
I think it will be a sommarkväll at Thomas Enroths brygga.
Kiitos Ami, iso halli ja kaikkea hyve sinulle.
Oh, kiitos samoin. That was perfect. Thank you, Emil. You're nice.
And thanks to you, the listener. It's an amazing feeling to reach out to such a wonderful audience. Opinions, questions, or suggestions are more than welcome. Use our social media accounts or email me at emil@schlagervännerna.se. Thank you so much, Ami. I'm very honored to be spoken to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Have a nice summer to everyone.
Tää on fantasiaa, vajautu ihastuksen.